Ladies and gentlemen, we are thrilled here at NOLA Music Tech to be featuring the unveiling of Vampr Academy. This is Andrew Watt of Vampr. He's also with South by Southwest as the Pacific Island affiliate. We have a long history with Vampr. They won the startup competition 1 year at the SF Music Tech Summit and then went on to raise a couple more rounds of capital, put in a little bit of money, but they don't need it because they have such a unique, wonderful model. So very excited to learn more about Vampr Academy. Take it away.
Thank you very much. We don't need the money. Of course we need the money. Come on. Keep that money coming, folks. Thank you and welcome. Now, I'd just like to point out that I have travelled from Australia, and that is 18 hours of flying, so there is a very high possibility that about halfway through this, I'm going to pass out. So if that happens, you'll just have to look through the slides for the rest of it. Seriously, it is an honour to be in this incredible city. I was here 20 years ago with an artist that I was managing at the time named Julia Darling. She managed to get a demo deal with Epic Records. There was a young A&R guy at the time named Randy Jackson who managed to get her a demo deal, and we came to this incredible city and did some demos with a producer named Malcolm Byrne who lived here. And that was just an amazing experience. So it's an honour to be back here, and very, very excited and proud to be here. Yeah. We had a funny experience last night that I was walking down Bourbon Street and I was talking to someone and they said to me, "What are you doing in town?" And I said, "I'm here to launch the Vampr Academy." And they said, "Is that a new bar on Bourbon Street, the Vampire Academy?" And I was just like, oh no. I think I'm either in the right place or the wrong place, but I think I'm definitely in the right place. So it is indeed an honour to be here, and looking forward to introducing you to the Vampr Academy. One of the first things I say in the Vampr Academy is that the entire business of music is about connecting the creators of music with the consumers of music. And really that's, I think, what everyone here today is in fact talking about. Now, it's obvious that music tech certainly plays a role in that, but let's not forget that we call it music tech rather than tech music. The music does come first. And I think, the first thing we should all acknowledge here today is that the music and the artists that make the music are the reason that all of us are in this room, all of us are at this convention, and all of us are hopefully trying to make a living in the music industry. Let's shine a bit of respect on the artists. What the artists do to me is mind-blowing. It's almost incomprehensible to me that an artist can write a song, can give a performance, can hit a chord, can do something on a stage, can raise their eyebrow and get this reaction from an audience. And to me, that is what I like to describe as a magic trick. I stole that expression from Bruce Springsteen, who describes what he does as a magic trick. And it truly is. It's something that's incomprehensible to me. Artists come from a whole different world as far as I'm concerned, and it is a magic place. And really that's the purpose of Vampr in a lot of ways, is to shine a light on those artists. Vampr was founded by two musicians, Josh Simons and Baz Palmer. Both of them were successful musicians in Australia and have both moved into the entrepreneur and tech space. And to me, Vampr definitely reflects the fact that it was founded by two musicians. It's a very musician-centric app. Now, the core service of Vampr, as we've been telling a lot of people today, and let's face it, a lot of people already know, the core purpose of Vampr is that connectivity, whether it's the connectivity between the artist and an audience, but even before that, it's the connectivity between artists and other artists. And that's the core product of Vampr, is the ability for an artist, when searching for a collaborator, when searching for somebody to make beautiful music with, they could use this app and connect to other musicians. And that in itself is just a fabulous outcome. And Vampr has really been set on that basis and has been created on that basis. Now, there was once an Australian Prime Minister, not the current one, let me assure you, but one of the Prime Ministers from a couple of generations ago, when talking about the Australian economy, once described a beautiful set of numbers. And I'm not going to go through these numbers in complete detail, you can all see them for yourself, but Vampr has really made an enormous impact over a period of time. 106,000 monthly active users, 1.1 million registered accounts, users in 190 plus countries. I didn't even know there was 190 plus countries, but there you go, 190 plus countries. 31.55 average daily session time. People like to spend time on this app. 2.1 million swipes per month. There's a bunch of other stats, and I'll let you have a look at some of those as we go along. Some of the other highlights, 10,000 plus Vampr Pro customers, 55,000 songs in our sync catalogue, which has only been going a little over a year, and all sorts of other great numbers. $3.5 million raised from music industry executives, VCs, angels, and 3,000 plus crowd investors. And most recently, Vampr was awarded Fast Company's list of the most innovative companies. So we've got a lot to be proud of, and we are indeed very proud of what's been achieved so far. But I think it's fair to say we're only just beginning. Since the core business of Vampr began, the business of connecting musicians with other musicians, we've moved on from there. Vampr Pro is a upscale version of Vampr. You can swipe more frequently, you can make more connections. Vampr Distribution, which is obviously digital distribution, which is free to Vampr Pro users. In other words, no royalties taken out. And Vampr Publishing, which is an opt-in sync pitching service. It's, again, achieved a great outcome for a lot of artists that otherwise wouldn't have the opportunity to have their music pitched for some really amazing sync opportunities. And the latest development, a thing called Vampr Academy, which, as I said, is not a bar on Bourbon Street. It's the latest and I would like to think the most ambitious innovation within the Vampr ecosystem. We're really happy about it. As I'll explain to you later, have a long history in music business education and education generally. And to me, this was a really important step for Vampr to take. What this step really does is amplifies the whole Vampr ethos, I guess. And that is that we are there to empower artists to be literally the best that they can be, to take control of their career, whether that's to take control of their career in their creative collaborations with other artists, but now the idea of empowerment through education is the ethos of the Vampr Academy. Like any educational institution, well, particularly a new one, it's really important that this is an evolving process. The idea of learning from textbooks that are 25 years old, I don't care whether you're studying marketing or law or medicine or whatever it might be, it's not the way to do it. These days, things move so fast. And one of the main principles that we're going to have with the Vampr Academy is that constantly new classes, new resources, and new sessions are going to be added to the platform so the students involved in the Vampr Academy can continue to get up-to-date, current and relevant information. And that's going to be a challenge. The music industry moves really fast, we know that. And anyone sitting in any of these rooms today will recognise just how quickly things are moving right at the moment. And so it's going to be a challenge for us to keep this information current, but it's also our mission, and it's a vital thing that we're going to be doing. And I've been fortunate today, I've been sitting in a room upstairs talking to a lot of people that are far smarter than I am about the future of the music business and how an independent or emerging artist can find their place in that ecosystem and be the best that they can be. And it's astounding how much knowledge there is, and that knowledge is available. And one thing I love about the music industry is that people are really willing to share their knowledge, share their experience, and really help emerging artists find their place. So I find it really gratifying that I think actually after an era where maybe there's been a question about whether technology has been there to help musicians or exploit musicians, I think now we're coming into an era where we are going to be using technology to really help musicians, A, progress through their career, and B, be adequately compensated and remunerated for the work that they do. And I really think that we're on the verge of an exciting era. And we want to be at the crest of that wave. We want to help artists catch that wave and make a long-term career in the business of music. So this is how we're going to do it. The course is going to be structured, or rather the Vampr Academy is going to be structured with a series of different types of courses. The essentials courses, which are what they sound like, the essentials of business, the essentials of recording, the essentials of marketing. Then we're going to have specific genre courses, because we genuinely believe that there is a lot of difference for an artist trying to create a career in folk music compared to EDM, compared to hip hop, compared to blues, compared to country, compared to heavy metal, compared to all the other genres and subgenres. So we're going to focus specifically on different genres using experts from those industries. We're going to do what we call deep dives. And they're going to be shorter courses that really take literally a deep dive into a particular topic. Now, whether that topic might be the emergence of NFTs, whether it might be live streaming, whether it might be TikTok marketing, there's so many tight and specific areas that artists need to understand today. So we're going to have these deep dive courses. There's going to be courses based on particular instruments, and of course we all know that one of the main instruments that a musician has is the voice. So there's going to be a lot of, not the TV show, there's going to be a lot of courses based on, guitar, drums, bass, and far more esoteric instruments than that. And finally, we're going to have a regular set of what we're going to call Vampr sessions. And those sessions could be a Q&A, a live Q&A where knowledgeable people from the Vampr world are going to be available to answer your questions, the artist's questions. We'll run those as live streams and webinars and those sort of activities. And we're also going to have a series of sessions called Armchair Experts. And we've started that today. As I said, I've spent some time upstairs today interviewing people from the industry, and we're also going to talk to successful artists about their story, their journey, and their incredible insights and advice that they have to offer emerging artists. And honestly, I've been blown away by the incredible people that I've spoken to already today, just at this one-day event conference. There is so much knowledge out there, and we're really hoping, in fact, we're going to ensure that that knowledge is made available to all the artists that participate in the Vampr Academy. So I'm the head of the Vampr Academy. I'm certainly not the entirety of the Vampr Academy. There's going to be a lot of people involved over the journey. Very, very quickly, my background is I'm actually a music and entertainment lawyer. I'm one of those lawyer types. I have a legal practice called Raven's Nest Consulting, and a lot of my clients are obviously musicians, artists, independent labels, publishers, and a couple of music tech companies, of which Vampr was one, which is how I evolved into this role. I've also got my hands dirty over the journey. I've been an artist manager, operated a label. I lecture in the business of music at the University of Melbourne. I wrote a book called, actually 4 editions of the same book, called Welcome to the Jungle, Navigating the Music Business. I've also got another side of my brain, and that is that I actually love talking to musicians about what they do. And I've also been, in that role, a music journalist. Had the incredible privilege of interviewing people as diverse as, Prince and Robbie Robertson and all sorts of amazing people over the journey, and getting an understanding of what it is to be an artist of that scale. Invested in some music tech startups, haven't we all? Even took the plunge of being a tour promoter at some point in my life. I must have obviously been drunk that day or something, but somehow managed to come out the other side and make a profit from a couple of tours. I've operated a venue. Probably the highlight of my operating a venue was the day that John Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora came into my little bar and played an unannounced set. That was kind of cool. And generally speaking, a consultant and a creative producer. So I think I'm pretty well placed to be this. I'm very proud to be the head of the Vampr Academy. And what this career has given me is an incredible range of networks and people that I know, which should, I hope, enable me to bring those people into the Vampr universe and into the Vampr Academy and share their knowledge. And probably the thing I should have put at the top of the list was, of course, I'm a music fan, and everyone today in this conference is clearly, obviously, still a music fan first and foremost, and I think that's really, really important. So just very, very briefly, I just want to introduce you to some of the exciting features of the Vampr Academy. The good thing about it, having members of Vampr in 190 countries, is this is probably the broadest and most truly international community of students and artists that we could possibly assemble. It's not just a standalone education platform. It is supported by the whole Vampr ecosystem, which includes digital distribution, sync placement, etc., etc. Like all good education platforms, we've tried to make it very cost effective for independent and emerging artists, both, what I think is a good pricing structure if you want to purchase a course, and also a subscription model that allows you to benefit from this ongoing flow of new content that's coming in. Like any other online course, one of the great advantages in our very, very busy world that we're now in is you can learn at your own speed. You can be on the bus, you can be on the train, and you can be doing a class at the Vampr Academy. As I said, constantly evolving and relevant content. And probably the main thing that I really wanted to get across today is that it's a really powerful motivator for me that what I don't want to do is put my name to anything where we're lying to artists. I think, over the journey, artists have been lied to often enough. This is not a course that says, hey, do this course and you will win a Grammy. Do this course and you will get 10 million streams. What this course is saying to all artists is knowledge is power. If you position yourself with having knowledge, you have the better chance, you have the opportunity to make the best of your career and to allow your talent to take you as far as your talent can take you. What we're not going to promise you, obviously, is that there is some secret formula that will make you an overnight success or a superstar, because guess what? There is no secret formula for that. And I think everyone here today would recognise that to say anything different would be lying to you. So we're definitely not going to lie to you. All right, there it is. You can find it now. It's live now, vampr.me/academy. If you want to catch up with me at any point, my email is up there, academy@vampr.me. And we also have Craig here today, who is looking after our sponsorships. So this is a great opportunity for the industry to get behind what I think is a really valuable education initiative, and Craig would be happy to talk to anyone who wants to participate and join the Vampr family. All right, so that's pretty much what I wanted to get through today. I hope everyone, both at home and in their live streaming world and here in the room, feels that they now know a little bit more about what the Vampr Academy is and where it's headed. We're really proud to have been a major sponsor of today's event. It's been an incredible event. I've learnt a lot, and one of the things that I always like to say to my students is that every day is a school day. It's certainly been a school day for me today, and I think that's one of the most amazing things to take out of today and take out of the Vampr Academy is that there's always something more you can learn about the music business. So thank you very much for listening in. If anyone wants to have a chat or ask any questions, feel free. I'll just hang around here, and anyone who wants to come up and say hi, more than happy for you to do that. All right, see you all later. Thank you.
Good stuff. Sorry I came in a little bit late.
That's all right, no problem. There's a lot on.
We were going to do, who was I texting?
Me?
That was you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You wanted to do like a quick sit down?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
5 o'clock?
Yeah, but did we determine where it's going to be?
Yeah, we've got a room upstairs
perfect. Okay, great.
exactly for that purpose.
Okay, great. Yeah.